There's a reason most people never succeed. And it's not what you think. It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're not smart enough. It's something hidden, something quietly working against you inside your own mind. You felt it before. You get close to something, big, a breakthrough, a goal, a fresh start, and then something pulls you back. And you don't even know why. It's like a voice behind the curtain. It whispers things that sound like truth, but are actually keeping you small. And here's the wild part: you've been carrying this thing for years without even noticing it. But once you see it, you can unsee it. And once you fix it, everything starts to change fast. Success isn't luck, and it's not a prize reserved for a chosen few. Success is a daily practice, a set of habits, a mindset that you can learn and start using today. Here's the key: if you want to change your life, you first have to change what you think and how you think. The mind doesn't lie, but it can fool you if you don't train it right. Now, listen closely. When I say fix this fast, I'm not talking about magic tricks or quick fixes that only work for a little while. I'm talking about a deep shift in how you act, how you face challenges, and how you feed your mind the right things. What I'm about to share with you in this video is a step-by-step guide to start rewiring your mindset today. Don't miss this, because every second you wait without action is a second lost in the race of life. Did you know most people are so afraid of losing something that they'd rather do nothing? Psychologists call this loss aversion. Fear of failure weighs heavier than the desire to win. But here's the catch: while you wait for fear to disappear, others move forward because they realize the risk of doing nothing is far greater than the risk of trying. This is just the beginning. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why your mindset is the foundation of everything, and how you can start building habits that pull you closer to the success that seems so far away. It's not about waiting for your external world to change. It's about transforming your inner world so the outside starts to follow. Remember, most people never succeed because they never dare to look inside themselves, to recognize their limits and break through them. Today, you have the chance to be different. Now, let's get real for a moment. Success isn't some distant fairy tale. It's a reflection of the thoughts you feed yourself every single day. You see, your mindset is like a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and hesitation, don't expect flowers to bloom. But if you plant seeds of belief, discipline, and vision, success will start to grow, maybe not overnight, but it will grow. One of the biggest traps I see people fall into is waiting for the right moment. They wait for the perfect time to start, the perfect conditions, the perfect idea. But the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. You create that moment by deciding to act right now. Procrastination is the enemy of progress, and it's one of the biggest trees, and most people stay broke or stuck in life. Think about it. How many times have you caught yourself saying, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I'm not ready yet"? That tomorrow often never comes. The only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is the decision to begin. And not just to begin, but to keep going when things get tough, because the path to success is rarely smooth. Here's another thing: habits are the backbone of success. You don't become successful by doing one or two things right. You become successful by consistently doing the right things over time. And those habits, they have to be intentional. Waking up early just to scroll on your phone isn't a success habit. Reading, planning your day, focusing on your goals, those are the habits that separate winners from the crowd. And mindset is not just about thinking positive or repeating affirmations like a mantra. It's about understanding your value, owning your story, and refusing to be defined by your failures. Failure is inevitable, but failure doesn't define you. What defines you is how fast you get back up, how you learn, how you grow. I want to share something that most people overlook. Personal growth is not a destination, it's a journey. Every day, you should be pushing yourself just a little bit further. The challenge isn't in the big leaps, it's in the small, consistent steps that build momentum. Those who succeed have learned to love the process, not just the prize. Let me tell you about a man I know, not famous like you might expect, but someone who transformed his life by mastering his mindset. He was stuck in a dead-end job, drowning in debt, feeling invisible. One day, he decided to change his thoughts about himself. Instead of "I can't," he started saying, "How can I?" He made a habit of reading 10 pages of a good book every day and setting one small goal every morning. Within a year, he launched his own business, doubled his income, and started living life on his terms. That's the power of mindset and habits working together. Now, if you're wondering, how do I fix this fast? Here's the secret nobody talks about. It's about awareness. Awareness of your thoughts, your actions, and the stories you tell yourself. Because until you're aware of what's holding you back, you can't change it. And here's something else: success is not about doing it all alone. The people you surround yourself with matter more than you think. Are they lifting you up or dragging you down? Are they challenging you or keeping you comfortable? Sometimes, the biggest fix you need is to change your circle. This video is your first step to fixing what's been broken for so long. Stick with me because I'm about to share more insights that will shift how you think, how you act, and how you finally start to succeed. Remember, success isn't a destination, it's a mindset. And it's waiting for you to claim it. Now that you understand the power of mindset and habits, let's talk about something that separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. And it's not just luck or talent. It's resilience. The ability to keep going when the world tells you to quit. The ability to look failure right in the eye and say, "You don't define me." You know, everyone faces setbacks. Even the biggest names you hear about every day. But here's the difference. The ones who succeed don't see setbacks as dead ends. They see them as lessons, as stepping stones. If you want to succeed, you need to develop what I call a success mindset, one that embraces failure, learns from it, and keeps moving forward. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two people trying to build a business, or get in shape, or write a book. One of them hits a wall and immediately thinks, "I'm not cut out for this." The other one hits the same wall and thinks, "What can I learn from this? How can I get better?" Which one do you think is going to make it? It's not about talent. It's about mindset. And here's something you probably don't hear often enough. Your environment influences your mindset more than you realize. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, or people who don't believe in your vision, it's almost impossible to grow. That's why personal growth often means tough choices like changing your circle or setting boundaries. Let me share a story of a woman who turned her life around not by changing everything overnight, but by changing her mindset first. She was working two jobs, feeling exhausted and invisible. Most days she wanted to give up, but she made a decision every morning. She'd remind herself that her current situation was not her final destination. She started journaling, writing down 3 things she was grateful for and 3 things she wanted to improve. It sounds small, but it rewired her brain. Within 2 years, she was running her own company, inspiring others with her story. This is proof that success isn't about giant leaps. It's about small daily wins that build confidence and shift your mindset from "I can't" to "I will." Another key part of fixing this fast is realizing that your time is your most valuable asset. Most people waste it on distractions, excuses, or trying to please others. But if you want to succeed, you have to guard your time fiercely. You have to decide what's worth your energy and what isn't. This means saying no to things that don't align with your goals and yes to habits that push you forward. Remember the story of the person who turned his life around by reading just 10 pages a day. That's time management at work. 10 pages a day doesn't sound like much, but over a year, it adds up to dozens of books' knowledge that transforms your mindset and gives you ideas to grow. Here's the truth. Personal growth and success habits are intertwined. You can't build one without the other. To fix this fast, start by taking control of your mornings, your mindset, and your circle. These are your foundation. Now, here's a question to think about. What's one habit you can start today that will bring you closer to success? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because every minute you delay, you risk losing momentum. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. That's the secret most people miss. The ones who succeed aren't flawless, they're relentless. And that relentless attitude is something you can develop right now. Let's take this even further. By now, you know mindset is king, and habits are the highway to success. But there's one thing that often slips under the radar: your relationship with failure and fear. Most people never succeed because they let fear control their decisions. Fear of judgment, fear of losing, fear of looking foolish. Fear is powerful, but here's the truth. Fear is a liar. It's designed to keep you safe, yes, but it also keeps you small. Think about this: if you let fear run the show, you'll never step outside your comfort zone. And if you never step outside your comfort zone, you'll never grow. Growth and comfort can't live in the same space. That's a fact. So when you feel that pit in your stomach, that voice whispering, maybe this is too risky, recognize it for what it is: fear trying to keep you stuck. The most successful people I've met didn't get there because they were fearless. They got there because they felt the fear and did it anyway. It's about courage, not absence of fear. So if you want to fix this fast, you've got to learn to befriend your fear, not let it paralyze you. Now, another layer to this is understanding that success habits aren't just about grinding nonstop. It's about balance, focus, and intention. People think success means burning out or sacrificing everything. That's a myth. True success means building habits that feed your mind, body, and soul. Because if you're exhausted or stressed all the time, you won't have the energy to keep pushing forward. This means rest is part of success. Taking time to recharge, reflect, and refocus is just as important as hustling. It's a cycle. Work hard, rest well, and work hard again, smarter this time. If you neglect this, you risk burnout, which is a success killer. Let me share something. The way you talk to yourself shapes your reality. I want you to start catching those negative thoughts. I'm not good enough. I'll never get there. This is too hard. When those thoughts come, stop and flip the script. Say, I'm learning, I'm growing. This challenge is making me stronger. This isn't just feel-good talk. It's rewiring your brain for success. Also, success is about vision. You have to know what you're working for beyond the money, the fame, or the trophies. What's your why? What gets you out of bed with fire in your belly? Without a clear why, it's easy to get lost or give up when things get tough. Real growth happens when you connect your goals to a purpose that's bigger than you. Purpose fuels persistence. Purpose fuels passion. And passion fuels the habits that build success. Here's something else. Learning never stops. Even when you feel like you've made it, keep feeding your mind. Read books, listen to podcasts, surround yourself with mentors. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start shrinking. Remember, this video is packed with insight because the biggest fix for why most people never succeed is how they think, how they act, and how they grow. Fix those, and success is no longer a maybe, it's a must. Stay tuned because in the next part, I'm going to share some real-world examples and secrets that will drive these ideas home. We're going deeper. You don't want to miss it. By now, you've heard why mindset is the foundation, how habits shape your success, how fear and failure are stepping stones, and why purpose and continual growth are not negotiable. But real transformation happens when theory meets practice. Let's talk about real people who've taken control of their lives by fixing this fast, shifting their mindset, and building success habits that changed every take. For example, a young entrepreneur once met someone you've probably never heard, but whose story is more common than you think. She started with nothing but a dream and a determination to change her life. The early days were brutal. She faced rejection after rejection, clients walking away, and money running low. Most would have given up, but she did something different. She rewired her mindset. Instead of seeing failure as the end, she saw it as data, a way to learn what didn't work and what to improve. She developed habits that kept her disciplined, waking up early, reading industry books, and setting small daily goals. Her success didn't happen overnight, but it happened because she was relentless. Today, she runs a thriving business, inspiring others with her journey. And now think about your own life. What story are you telling yourself? Are you waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or are you deciding today to fix this fast? Because here's the truth, the only way you lose is by not starting at all. Your mindset is either your greatest ally, your biggest saboteur. Another powerful example is a man who was stuck in a dead-end job, barely making ends meet. Like many, he felt trapped and overwhelmed. But instead of blaming his circumstances, he took responsibility. He studied successful people, learned from their habits, and started building his own daily routine focused on growth. Reading every day, exercising to build energy, and networking to create opportunities. He didn't see instant success, but his mindset shift fueled steady progress. Today, he's financially independent and mentors others who want to break free from the cycle of stagnation. What separates these people from the crowd? The answer is simple but profound: mindset and habits. If you want to fix this fast, start by becoming aware of your internal dialogue. Challenge every negative thought. Replace "I can't" with "how can I?" Replace "this is too hard" with "what can I learn from this?" This rewiring creates a success mindset that will carry you through challenges. And don't underestimate the power of your environment. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and believe in your vision. Cut ties with those who drain your energy or plant seeds of doubt. This circle can make or break your growth. Here's a secret most don't realize. Success is as much about what you stop doing as what you stop doing. Quit the bad habits, the toxic relationships, and the excuses. Create space for new, empowering habits to take root. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a special recommendation. If you found value in this video, don't stop here. The next video you need to watch is called How to Be Proactive, Not Reactive. It dives into how to take control of your life by mastering your responses, making decisions ahead of time, and living intentionally. It's the perfect follow-up to fixing what's been holding you back. Finally, remember this: success isn't a destination, it's a mindset. It's a daily commitment to growth, courage, and discipline. Fix this fast by rewiring your mind, building powerful habits, and surrounding yourself with the right people. You have everything it takes to succeed already inside you. Now it's time to unleash it.